Bowling from Racing's Inside Track, and I'm joined by Pat Kelly of the Curragh. How are you, Pat?
Good today, yeah.
Very good, Pat. I'm here with you, having a look around the gallops here on the Curragh. There's so many of them. You might be able to tell us a bit about them and what your job, what you do.
Yeah, I manage the training grounds. We cater for about 900 horses trained on the Curragh on a daily basis. We're open 7 days a week. Open daylight and close around 1 o'clock on 6 days a week, and then on a Sunday we close at 11.
And your day finishes when, Pat?
Our day finishes 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
We spend the afternoon then maintaining getting the gallops back up and set them all up for the next day. Whether it's grass gallops, all weathers needs attention. Grass gallops need to be moved. That's what we spend our afternoons, getting everything ready for the next day.
So, start with, I suppose, what's the most well-known gallop up here, Pat? The Old Vic Gallop. It's there a long time.
Yeah, Old Vic Gallop's there in 1980. Since Old Vic won the Derby.
Yeah.
Kindly donated the prize money to the Curragh, and it's known as the Old Vic ever since, even though it's fully refurbished a couple of times since then, but it'll always be known as the Old Vic, I think.
And how often would you have to put new wood chip down on that, Pat?
It's getting more often now. Standards have increased the whole time, so you'd be probably looking at a 10-year cycle.
Okay.
From a full refurbishment. You'd be doing some minor ones in between, but a full one at probably every 10 years. And
then right beside it, then we have the Polytrack Gallop. Then.
Yeah, Polytrack has served its time there for the last 10 years. Probably seen it needs to be refurbished, and it's in the plans to do it this year.
Okay. And then loads of grass gallops here, so there's plenty for trainers to choose from. Yeah,
there's 70 miles of grass gallops and there's 12 miles of peat gallops. Grass gallops get a lot of use, and big plus to the Curragh trainers to have them. And then when the grass gets too quick, we go on to the peats.
And then we have what's well known is the round sand gallop inside the schooling grounds, and very popular as well with the National Hunt lads.
Yeah, totally refurbished. The Old Vic was refurbished January last year, and the December before that, the sand and fibre in the schooling ground was totally refurbished as well. So the two of them are at a very high standard and are very popular. And most of the outside trainers, when they come, would be either for if not grass, it'd be the sand and fibre or the Old Vic. So two of them would be most used gallops in the Curragh.
And then what's known to anyone in racing that comes up to the Curragh, the well-known 8. Which is a great facility for schooling. Yeah.
Our grass schooling facility is open Tuesdays and Fridays, and we have basically like a race course, 8 flights of hurdles on a mile and 2 circuit, and then we have different places. We have 3 hurdles up the hill, and then we have fences out on their own, and then we have an all-weather schooling strip, which is 2.5 furlong with 4 easy fix hurdles on it and 3 easy fix fences on it as well, and that's open 6 days a week.
So there's plenty for everybody to choose from then.
Yeah, we'd like to think so anyway, and that's what we're about, providing the facility and giving everyone the best opportunity to train the horses as possible.
And we can just see here going by there, what sort of distance were these covering here, Pat?
These came up 7 furlong grass gallop up Walsh's Hill, and today the ground is good, dried out nicely in the last 10 days, and we're on beautiful good ground this morning.
So is it tough every evening trying to changing markers and things like that, or does it work out itself really for you?
Yeah, like every time, everything is a different challenge. Obviously, when the ground is soft and heavy and that, horses do a lot more damage, so we have to move more, and it's more. But this time of the year, if you get beautiful good ground like that, it's a pleasure to work with grass.
Yeah, definitely. And how many horses in total is there on the training, do you think, roughly on the Curragh, Pat?
We'd be approximately around the 900.
Okay.
We work with quarterly figures.
Okay.
And that's the rate the horses are charged on the Curragh is a quarterly rate, and that starts in January, and obviously every 3 months then they pay a €350 fee.
And that's obviously not at its highest. It would have been highest, I suppose, back in the good times. Then would have been plenty more horses.
Yeah, unfortunately, we would have went over 1,400 horses trained on the Curragh, and now we're back to about 9. We're back up. We would have dropped below 900.
Yeah.
We're back up now, and hopefully it's going to keep coming back up.
But it's very, very strong in terms of outside trainers travelling, and the big notable trainers as well all use these facilities.
They do, yeah. No, we're very popular in that end of it, and it's great, and it's a testament to the standard of the gallop you're giving them that they keep coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's well known. a lot of the top trainers come here and gallop here.
And plenty of work on it. We can see in the distance in the background the Curragh stands. There's a lot of plans and a lot of work to be done there.
Yeah, you're probably privileged to see that now and have it on video, because in another month or two you won't see
be
anything.
there.
It'll be all flat.
It should be all for the good though, won't it, in the end?
It will, yeah. Definitely, everything's positive. It's going to be 2 years of turmoil, obviously, and a little bit restricted on the crowds, but I think in the end of it, it's going to be a wonderful facility.
How long are you doing this, Pat?
I'm doing this 18 years since I packed in riding. Came here as assistant to Barry Langan, and Barry moved on a couple of years later, not too long. Didn't have much of an apprenticeship.
Okay.
I was lucky enough to get the job, and now I'm here 18 years. Richie Brophy's my assistant, and good bunch of lads, and Peter Keatley does a bit of contract work for us, and it works. You know, I like to think it works anyway. We give it our best shot.
And you've plenty of lads then, like you said, on the team then that do the gallops and everything, which is then you have a good team of lads.
Good team of lads, yeah. And as I say, some of it can be quite boring work. Like, it's ridiculous work, walking in ground and filling in ground, and it like lads that say maybe pass a common lads leaning on a shovel or whatever, but
yeah,
you're doing it 7 days a week.
I'm telling you, yeah.
It's very hard to keep lads motivated and all that, but they keep at it and they keep at it, and we get there. You know, it's a credit to them.
And there's plenty of pressure too on you too, because you know there's a lot of horses galloping here, and there's a lot of money at stake and things like that. So you have to have it all in tip-top shape and have everything right.
Well, that's what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to achieve a worldwide standard. You know what I mean? That you can stand over, no matter whether it's. We've had Sea the Stars here. We've had Vintage Crop. We've had Cinder. They've been European champions. You know what I mean? And they've been trained here, and that's the standard we want to set. And if the horse is good enough, we'd like to think we have the gallops here that you can train him here.
You must love it anyway, Pat.
Yeah, well, like, it's in the blood, like, you've done nothing else all your life, and it's great to be still part of it without having to sit in their backs anymore, because
exactly.
don't need to do that anymore.
No, that's the hard part. Well, listen, Pat, thanks very much for taking the time out on the gallops and everything, and best of luck for the rest of the season with the work you're doing, and fair play to you.
Thank you very much.